Good day, folks. Thank you for joining us here on Your Health. On today's program, we have part one of our detoxification program. What you learned today may shock you, but it is my hope what you learned today will help lead you to changes that improve your health and your family's health. This is very important information today about environmental toxins and pollutants that are affecting our health. We have tremendous information on it, but that's our program for today. First, let's go to our news. Let's see what's happening in the health world. Exposure to high levels of manganese may cause Parkinson's disease. New research from Washington University in St. Louis found people in urban areas who live near sources of manganese, such as steel mills, are up to 78% more likely to develop Parkinson's disease. The researchers compared health profiles of about 5 million Medicare recipients with government data from the EPA on industry emissions of copper, lead, and manganese. Manganese is an essential trace mineral. In fact, all living things require at least trace amounts of manganese. It is used by our bodies to make the potent antioxidant superoxide dismutase and, of course, other substances. Without any manganese in our bodies, we would die quickly. But having too much manganese is toxic. It takes on the properties of the heavy metals. Folks, we have known for some time excessive exposure to pesticides dramatically increases our risk of Parkinson's disease, particularly among farmers who use herbicides. But now we have evidence excessive manganese exposure increases Parkinson's risk as well. The steel industry uses manganese to form the alloy stainless steel, but it also is used to make alkaline batteries and beverage cans. Manganese presents the most danger when it is inhaled as a vapor. So people who live near steel mills in urban areas are at increased risk of having toxic manganese levels that could lead to Parkinson's disease. Leading scientists in 2 studies warned chemical exposure raises health risks for maturing boys and girls. New research from Denmark indicates girls are reaching puberty a full year earlier than just 15 years ago. The team of researchers from University Hospital evaluated the growth and development of 1,000 girls. They found the average age of puberty was 9 years and 10 months. 15 years ago, the average age of puberty was a year older, about 11 years of age. This translates to a longer lifetime exposure to estrogen, which can raise the risk of cancer. A separate study from the Medical Research Council in the United Kingdom discovered the combination of phthalates, bisphenol A, and certain types of pesticides greatly increases a boy's risk of testicular dysgenesis syndrome, or TDS. TDS has been linked to birth defects, testicular cancer, and infertility. Folks, can you believe this one? The chemicals in our environment are now putting our children's future in danger. Now, you may think exposure to this type of chemical pollution rarely happens, but the truth is, every one of us comes into contact with them on a daily basis. They include bisphenol A, which is a base component of plastics, phthalates, which are added to plastics to soften them, perfluorooctanoic acid, which is a base component of Teflon, polybrominated diethyl ethers, which are flame retardants used in children's clothing, and formaldehyde, which is used extensively in adhesives. Yes, they are ubiquitous. I am particularly concerned about the lowering of the age of puberty in girls. A full year earlier, than just 15 years ago, during the 1960s, the average age of puberty was 12 for girls and 14 for boys. Now it's 9 years and 10 months for girls. But what about the boys? The dangers they face are just as serious. Testicular dysgenesis syndrome carries profound implications, and there is very good evidence that these chemicals are to blame, especially when they make a kind of chemical cocktail. Folks, this leaves us with a huge dilemma. To eliminate these toxic substances from our planet would require a complete change in our way of life, something that neither we nor our children can wait for. We can make changes in our personal lives by reducing our exposure to these toxic chemicals and by detoxifying our bodies. Today on Your Health, we'll discuss the topic of detoxification, Part 1. This is a topic for everyone, not just our children. But first, Cindy joins us with our introduction to detoxification. We'll return after these important messages.
Do you believe that nature holds the answer to your health needs? Are you looking for a supplement that's simple and pure, yet really works?
If you're looking for nature's answer to better health, look to Aloha Noni Juice. It's pure and fresh, just like nature intended. Aloha Noni Juice is brought to you direct from the islands of Polynesia.
Aloha Noni Juice is 100% pure with no added sugar or sweet fruit fillers. It's the perfect addition to your low-sugar diet.
Aloha Noni Juice drinkers will tell you their vitality, energy, and sense of well-being have improved, along with relief from many painful conditions. Made by nature, proven by science, Aloha Noni Juice contains only nature's best.
And now you can enjoy the benefits of our new 100% certified organic Noni Juice.
Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings.
I'm Dr. Richard Becker for Your Health at a Glance. Are you one of the 25 million Americans who suffer from an autoimmune disease such as rheumatoid arthritis or lupus? Autoimmune diseases are caused by a misdirected immune system that attacks the patient as though their own cells are a foreign invader. You can manage the symptoms of an autoimmune disease by living a healthy lifestyle. Here's a strategy. Avoid unnecessary exposure to pollutants and chemicals. Eat a simple organic-based diet free of junk food, low in sugar and food additives. Avoid foods that seem to cause flare-ups of your disease and stay active and exercise. Scientific research shows natural agents are of great benefit to the autoimmune disease patient. Yogurt helps to maintain normal bowel flora. Fish and flaxseed oil and noni juice calm inflammation. Vitamins and minerals provide nutrients for proper immune function. Keep fighting and don't ever give up. A positive attitude can make each day a little better. For thousands of years, Eastern health practitioners have used mushrooms for a variety of treatments.
And recently, scientists everywhere in the world have turned to mushrooms in search of health-promoting compounds.
These are known as medicinal mushrooms. Among some of the most potent are ABM, maitake, reishi, shiitake, and cordyceps sinensis.
At BioInnovations, we've made available 4 of the most powerful mushrooms in one easy-to-use formula. We call it the Mushroom Complex. We also offer the amazing mushroom cordyceps sinensis in a standalone formula.
Cordyceps helps boost energy, an amazing discovery now used in both Eastern and Western medicine. So take advantage of thousands of years of health knowledge.
Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings.
Welcome to my kitchen. Even though we try to eat a healthy diet, in today's world, we can't help but come into contact with many toxins in our everyday life. Whether it's from environmental sources like pesticides, herbicides, home cleansers, cosmetics, plastics, and air pollutants, or the food we eat and water we drink, the toxins just build up. Eventually, they can accumulate to levels more than the body can filter out and lead to nutritional deficiencies, hormonal imbalances, weight gain, and sluggish metabolism. That in turn can lead to total body inflammation, autoimmune diseases, heart disease, even cancer. So we want to detox, but just how do we do it safely? Simply by eliminating foods that build up toxins in your body, you can initiate your body to discharge accumulated toxins and let your body nurse back to health naturally. Many people think detoxifying is simply a harsh colon cleanse, but that's hard on our system, disrupting the intestinal flora. To understand detoxification, we have to understand our body system of eliminating toxins. Perhaps the most important organ for handling almost everything that enters the body is the liver. But our body also eliminates toxins through the kidneys, the lungs, the intestines, and the lymphatic system, and even the skin. A great way to introduce yourself to detoxing is to follow a 2 or 3 day detox plan before you dive into a 2 to 3 week plan. You may experience aches and pains, even a headache, as the toxins are being expelled. But don't give up. This is normal. During your detox, there are certain foods you will want to avoid and foods you want to include. So now let's go through the avoidance group first. Get the negative out of the way. These are things you don't want to do, you just want to avoid while you're detoxing. Let's start with alcohol. Avoid all alcohol during your detox, as breaking down alcohol puts unnecessary strain on the liver. Did you know that alcohol also depletes many valuable nutrients as well as the antioxidant vitamins A, C, and E? The next culprit is caffeine. Caffeine isn't something you want to stop suddenly though, so it's a good idea to slowly back off the caffeine at least a couple of weeks before you plan on detoxing. More than 6 cups of caffeine-containing drinks a day can result in increased blood pressure, migraines, even kidney problems. The next food group to avoid is red meat and meat products. These are usually high in saturated fat and create extra work for the digestive system. So while you're on your detox, take a break from eating them. Then after your detox, eat only lean cuts of quality meat in moderation. The next group are dairy products. Dairy products can be difficult to digest for so many people and are high in saturated fat, so it's a good idea just to take a break from them during your detox. Wheat. Now, wheat really is good for you, but while detoxing, we want you to avoid wheat. People with celiacs, of course, have to avoid wheat altogether, but the rest of us may have a sensitivity to wheat, so we eliminate it from the detox diet. You might have a wheat sensitivity and you don't even know it. You could return to eating wheat after your detox, as it does have many healthful properties. The next group is salt. A very small amount of salt is necessary in our diet, but we get far too much salt, as you all know. We now know that a high salt intake can lead to many health problems. So while detoxing, we use a very limited amount of salt, and then we use herbs for flavoring our foods. Sugar. Of course, we know what we always say about sugar. Sugar has very little nutritional value and is very high in calories. Spikes our blood sugar and then drops rapidly, leaving us tired. So while detoxing, let's cut out all sugar and refined carbohydrates. We also want to avoid white potatoes and corn, as those foods metabolize into sugar too quickly in our system. Prepackaged and processed foods. Avoid anything that's pre-made, as these foods contain high levels of salt, sugars, preservatives, and chemicals that will cause undue stress on the liver. I know this list sounds like a lot, but it's really not that bad. So let's turn to the foods to include, and you're going to see a simple detox is really very easy to do with plenty of variety. When purchasing food for your detox diet, buy only organic. Make sure to stay away from the chemicals. Include lots of fresh fruits, like I have over here, beautiful apples. You know, they say an apple a day keeps the doctor away. It really does, except for Richard. I want to keep him around for a long time. Apples are so good for you. And berries, wow, berries are just fantastic. Great source of vitamin C, which helps us fight infection and boost our immune system. And did you know that cranberries and blueberries fight bacteria in the kidneys, the bladder, and the urinary tract? So good to know. Citrus fruits, I love the citrus. Lemons have a strong cleansing effect and can help relieve gastric problems as well. And the oranges and the lemons in the citrus group are so high in vitamin C. Papayas. Did you know that papayas contain an enzyme called papain, which aids the digestion of proteins, benefits the digestive system? It's also rich in fiber, beta-carotene, vitamin C, and many other phytochemicals. Pineapple. I love pineapple. That contains another enzyme called bromelain, which aids digestion by breaking down proteins and also has anti-inflammatory properties. However, we need to note that fresh pineapple is the ticket here, as the canning process destroys the bromelain. Pomegranates are an amazing source of antioxidants and other beneficial phytochemicals, so they're a definite addition. With all these fruit choices, you'll have plenty of variety, so you won't feel like you're eating the same thing over and over. Now for the super vegetables. Beets are an amazing blood cleanser and tonic, rich in potassium, folate, and iron, which is essential for red blood cell formation and helps fight anemia. Beets stimulate the immune system and aid in digestion. Use only fresh beets when you're detoxing, though, as the canned variety they're packed in vinegar and they have way too much salt and are too acidic on your system. Go online, get the recipe for my borscht. It's absolutely delicious. Instead of the sour cream in the recipe, you can top it with probiotic-containing yogurt. Next, we have the cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, kale, collard greens, Brussels sprouts, and radishes. This group of superfoods contains high amounts of carotenoids, antioxidants, and indole-3-carbinol, which are very powerful cancer fighters. Carrots are an important source of beta-carotene, which is also good for the immune system, as well as the skin and our eyes. While many vegetables are preferred to be eaten raw, in this case, the beta-carotene is better absorbed if the carrots are cooked. So while detoxing, be sure you steam your carrots. Celery is a good low-calorie diuretic that helps the kidneys function efficiently. So add to soup, salads, and snacks whenever possible. Squash like pumpkin, acorn, and butternut provide many antioxidants and can give substance to the meal. They rarely cause allergic reactions, which make them perfect for the detox diet. Now for our proteins. Beans, peas, and lentils are a great source of protein, as well as the B vitamins and fiber. Unsalted nuts and seeds provide a good source of protein, vitamins B and E, as well as minerals, which all boost the immune system. They make a great snack or topping to a salad. You can add poultry like skinless turkey or chicken to the detox diet as long as it's organic and not fed antibiotics or chemicals. Poultry is a good source of low-fat protein rich in the B vitamins. Oily fish like sardines, mackerel, herring, salmon, or trout are a good source of omega-3s. We need that in our diet, so that's a good addition. The white fish like cod, halibut, or haddock contain lower levels of omega-3s, but are a great low-fat source of protein, minerals, and vitamins. Fish is easily digested, which makes it a perfect choice for a detox diet. Free-range eggs are a great source of protein. Just make sure you buy them from a reputable source to avoid chemical fertilizers and pesticides. Water, water, water. Good, healthy water and herbal teas are essential to life. Well, the herbal tea isn't, the water is. We make it taste good with the herbal tea. Make sure you drink 8 to 9 glasses of filtered chemical-free water every day during your detox. Now that you understand the need to detox and which foods to avoid and which to include, you can develop a detox plan that is just right for you. Check back with me for Detox Part 2, when I'll outline a sample program to help you detox the healthy way. We'll go through it 1, 2, 3, 4. This information is also on my website, healthycookingwithcindy.com, so you can print out these tips right there. Thanks for being with me today. Stay tuned. We'll be right back for more of your health.
Every day, about 200 million Americans do not get enough of a key essential mineral.
That mineral is magnesium. The typical American diet does not supply enough.
And magnesium is so important. It protects bones and helps more than 300 different enzymes in the human body perform efficiently.
That's why Bioinnovations offers chelated magnesium capsules for oral use and topical magnesium gel to be applied to the skin. That's 2 forms of magnesium to meet your daily needs.
Scientific evidence points to chelation as the best method of vitamin and mineral formulation.
Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health.
Because chances are you are one of the 200 million Americans who need more magnesium every day.
Again, that number is 888-442-2128. Call today. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings.
I'm Cindy Becker for Your Health at a Glance. We all have said, I need to get some exercise, but how many of us put on our walking shoes and go? Learning a little more about the health benefits of exercise may help you get motivated to lace up those walking shoes. Exercise helps to control our appetite and weight. It maintains strong muscles. It promotes the release of endorphins that counter depression while helping us feel good about our lives. Exercise helps to lower blood glucose, promotes a strong circulatory system, and controls cholesterol. Exercise even helps us get a good night's sleep. Recent research finds dog owners who regularly walk their pet are 34% more likely to achieve fitness goals. You can get all of these health benefits by walking 30 minutes 4 times a week, just 30 minutes a day. Start today, and you'll start to get all those benefits. For your health at a glance, I'm Cindy Becker.
Different people have different vitamin and mineral needs. That's why Dr. Becker's BioNutrients multiple vitamin and mineral powders come in 4 different blends.
That's right. When it comes to vitamins, no one formula is right for everyone. For those who don't get enough vegetables in their diet, there's the Organic Green Blend with 3 servings of vegetables in every tablespoon.
And for those looking for a boost of fruit and berry phytonutrients, there's the Berry Blend with 3 servings of fruit in every tablespoon.
And don't forget the Active Adult Blend with extra B vitamins, calcium, and added cofactors like ginkgo and CoQ10.
Plus, we've designed a multiple for those with allergies called the Low Allergy Rice Blend.
Whatever your unique needs are, BioNutrients has a multiple vitamin that's just right for you.
Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health.
We're back, everyone. I hope you found that Detox Preparation Part 1 informative. That was really a lot of fun to put together for you and such valuable information. We're going to talk today about detoxing a little bit deeper. Now we have the expert doctor with us, and he can explain so much that we all need to know. And I think that it's really important to get into what a detox program should not be. I know there's a lot of misinformation out there about detoxing, and I want you to get the most from it, so I want it to be safe and healthy for you. Honey, I see a lot of programs and ads and just a lot of media on colon cleanses.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying all colon cleanses are bad. I don't mean that.
Right.
But I think for us to think about detoxifying our body, we want to go through pretty much what is a detox and what one is not.
Yeah, a detox is not just colon cleansing or colon hydrotherapy. It goes way beyond that. You know, there's never been any tangible proof that these so-called mucoid plaques form in the colon lining. I see this all the time. I personally have been involved with at least 250 colonoscopies. I've talked to at least 6 gastroenterologists who have done 100,000 or more colonoscopies on sick people, constipated people, people with troubles. They never see these plaques. There is a pseudomembranous colitis condition, but that's completely different. So the notion that just taking a laxative or a bulking agent will eliminate these toxins is short-sighted. Now, it's part of it. It's part of it. Regularity is a very important part of eliminating toxins, but we need to do more than that. Chronic constipation is probably the most common reason people want to detox. Chronic constipation, however, ridding our bodies of chemical pollutants, heavy metals, and side effect prone medications really should be our top priority in our detox program. It's more than just countering constipation. Now, folks, what you learned today may be frightening and shocking, and I certainly hope it's motivating. What you'll learn today is that you are exposed to pollutants. Everywhere. It's not a question if, it's how much are you being exposed to, okay? You'll also learn that everyone needs to take steps to avoid these chemical pollutants and to initiate a detoxification type program. Some need to be very aggressive, some need just a maintenance program, as it were, okay? And you'll also learn that more needs to be done to decrease the world's pollution. But you'll learn we can't wait for that. We have to take care of ourselves and our families. That's our top priority. But the world is a polluted place. I think everybody knows that, right? Okay? Folks, from heavy metals, pesticides, plastic byproducts, flame retardants, food additives, toxins from mutated bacteria and fungi, no generation has been at such a high risk from pollution than today. No one has seen this yet, what we're dealing with today. Heavy metals, let's talk about them a little bit. Heavy metals have a high atomic number. That means they're heavy, right? It's kind of implied from the name. It has a specific gravity over 4. Water has a unit of 1. Heavy metals 4 or above, Okay? Heavy metals tend to compete with calcium, magnesium, selenium, and other minerals in our body. Where calcium would attach to an enzyme and make it work properly, a heavy metal would pop off that calcium and replace it. But it's not calcium, you see? And so it distorts that enzyme so it cannot work properly. That's the basic effect of a heavy metal. Among all the heavy metals, exposure to the vapor is the most dangerous, okay? Now, if you were to put mercury, quicksilver in the palm of your hand, that's a silly, stupid thing to do. But what is even more dangerous is to get it hot and release vapors and breathe that in. The vapor from soldering, if it has lead content, is exceedingly dangerous to your health. So vapors, this is why in the manganese story in the news today, people who live near steel mills that make stainless steel, they release manganese vapor into the air and you're breathing the vapor. See, we don't think of a metal as something you can inhale, but that is the most dangerous form of it. Heavy metals,
Richard,
go ahead.
would that be somebody who's a metal worker?
Oh, absolutely.
As well as a mill?
Absolutely, but the metal worker tends to get screening for heavy metal toxicity.
Okay.
The neighbors to the steel mill do not get screening.
True.
Okay, they're kind of on their own there. So, yes, but machinists, machine shop workers, mechanics, and those who make metals are highly prone to this type of exposure, okay? Heavy metals can destroy cell membranes, interferes with the fluidity of the cell membrane, increases free radical oxidation. This can lead to cardiovascular disease. These are all heavy metals now. It depletes sulfur-containing enzymes, displaces other minerals, attacks the kidneys, the heart, the blood vessels. It can be toxic to the brain and immune system, disrupting endocrine function, hormone function, and mimics many other causes of death. This is what I want to get across today. Heavy metal poisoning acts like heart disease, okay? Acts like gastritis, acts like depression, and most doctors will not think of it as a cause of your condition. So it is very typical to be misdiagnosed over and over again. Let's talk a little bit about lead specifically. It is the most common cause of heavy metal poisoning. Common sources of lead that can lead to this type of poisoning: batteries, particularly the lead acid batteries in your car, that type of thing. That's why we have to recycle them now. You can't just throw them out in the landfill, can you? That's bad, bad, bad for the environment. We recycle those now to keep it out of the landfill. Cigarette ash has 7 times the lead content as the tobacco. See, the heavy metal is not released when you burn like carbon and other things would be. Some of it goes into vapor, but very little of it does. It doesn't take much of this stuff, all right? Improperly glazed pottery, painted glassware, all sources of lead. Lead shot. Do you enjoy target shooting? Do you reload your own ammunition? Certainly you clean your gun if you have guns. Well, you're exposed to lead. If you're shooting lead ammunition, and most of it still is lead, you're exposed to lead by cleaning your guns. Organ meats tend to accumulate heavy metals, okay? Soldering. Most soldering today does not use lead, but it is still used in a lot of applications. And again, it's the vapor. It's the vapor. You should be under a hood when you solder and have a vacuum pulling that vapor up so it doesn't come into the room or into your lungs, okay? Soldering. Pesticide additive.
Wait a minute, honey.
Yes.
How could lead be in a pesticide?
Well, it's toxic to all living things.
So they use it as a source to kill the
Yes, the heavy
insect.
metals were among the very first pesticides.
Oh, really?
And they don't degrade. It's elemental. It doesn't go any lower. It doesn't get degraded. It doesn't get recycled into nature very well. See? So what we applied 100 years ago is still in the fields. It's still out there. That's one of the scary parts about it. Now, toxicity to the brain and nervous system. We found a little study that looked into what is lead poisoning commonly misdiagnosed as, okay? All right? Isn't this interesting? I actually have lead poisoning, but what do doctors think it is? Number 1 is bipolar depression. Have you been diagnosed with bipolar depression? It is possible you have lead poisoning, and no drug will fix you until we get that lead out of you. Also, gastritis. Oh boy, I keep a sour stomach all the time. I'm always upset. I can't digest. I've been on every H2 blocker and a proton pump inhibitor, and I do all this Malox and everything. That's not the problem. It's lead poisoning, gastritis, inappropriate diagnosis for heavy metal poisoning. Another one, iron overload. Too much iron in your system. It's really lead that's doing it to you in some people, right? Porphyria. How about migraines? These are the most common misdiagnoses, all right? Migraine, carbon monoxide poisoning, okay? Alcoholism and alcohol withdrawal, misdiagnosed. It's actually lead poisoning. Hypoglycemia, anemia, all right? So the point of this little exercise is if you've been dealing with one of these conditions and you're not getting better and you have occupational exposure, or even if you don't, look into heavy metal poisoning as a cause of your condition. Keep in mind with lead, within 24 hours of ingestion of lead, whatever means, the entire content of that lead is out of your bloodstream, deposited in your bones. Blood tests are not helpful with lead poisoning and most heavy metal poisonings. We have to go to tissues, that's hair, nails, or even a piece of tissue. That is more accurate. Folks, that's our little summary on lead. When we return, let's talk about mercury. There are thousands of fungal species, and at least 200 of them have been found to cause human diseases.
Fungal infections are common, so what can we do to protect ourselves?
One solution is oregano, a natural alternative. Oregano fights problems created by fungus and yeast overgrowth, and it improves many other health conditions.
At BioInnovations, we offer oregano in gel caps and liquid extract.
Yeast and fungal disorders can improve.
So take charge of your health by choosing a natural alternative such as oregano gel caps or oil of oregano liquid extract.
Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings. That number's 888-442-2128.
I'm Dr. Richard Becker for Your Health at a Glance. More and more people suffer from asthma. One cause is obvious. The world is a polluted place, and the air we breathe is not always healthy. But other causes of asthma aren't as obvious. Recent research connects a poor quality, high sugar diet and the frequent use of antibiotics to higher rates of asthma and cases of asthma that are tougher to treat. Fast food diet does not meet our nutritional needs. Plus, the indiscriminate use of antibiotics can seriously disturb the delicate balance of healthy microbes in our intestinal tract. So switch to a garden fresh diet that calms and prevents asthma. Eat fruit-like veggies such as tomatoes, cucumbers, and eggplant. Eat yogurt, ginger, turmeric, and take fish oil. Nature holds the answer, but it's up to us to make healthy choices. For Your Health at a Glance, I'm Dr. Richard Becker. Is your life out of balance? It may be. The average American consumes far too many omega-6s and not enough omega-3s. This creates an imbalance.
So what can we do to get back in balance? We can eat a healthy diet.
And most of us need to supplement with omega-3 rich fish oil. Fish oil contains omega-3s with DHA and EPA, fatty acids that promote good brain and heart health. So reduce omega-6 in your nutritional plan and boost omega-3 to get back in balance.
To help you do that, BioInnovations offers two products, the Fish Oil Complex and Omega 369, both formulated for your health and well-being. So how do you choose? For highest levels of DHA and EPA, choose the Fish Oil Complex. For a balanced formula, choose the 369.
Go online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings.
We're back, everyone, talking about the reasons we need to detox. We've talked about the heavy metals, how we're all exposed to heavy metals, whether we realize it or not, and lead. I was really surprised to learn that there's lead in pesticides.
Some
okay, in some.
Yeah,
but I mean, just the fact is there.
Oh, right.
I had no idea,
yes.
you know?
Yes.
Okay, now what about mercury? That seems to be one that I think I've heard a little bit more about. I thought lead was pretty much a thing of the past.
No, it really isn't.
I guess not.
It's kind of discouraging when you do the research on this toxicology, but there is hope because we can do things about this. It's not too late to help this problem. Mercury poisoning is more common than, less common than lead, but it is much more toxic. Neither one is a good thing. I mean, let's choose your way to suffer, you know, that kind of thing. But even if we didn't use mercury in industry, there would be considerable mercury in the environment because volcanoes spew it out and the burning of coal spews out mercury, okay? Common sources are contaminated fish is number one. These are your large, old fish, you know, like shark and swordfish. That is the number one way to develop mercury toxicity. If we achieve nothing else today, if I can get you off the big old fish, you know, get you off that, we would do something good. Go to your salmon and your cod. These type of fish don't live long. They don't accumulate the mercury over the years as the large fish. You know, some of these larger fish can live 100 years. We don't really know how long they live. It's never been studied. But to get that big, a 500-pound tuna, it's got to be around quite a while, okay? So, the big old fish, be careful. But it can be also found, the mercury in the amalgam fillings. Yeah, amalgam fillings. When they remove an amalgam, they have to put in a dental dam, and the dentist wears a special mask, and they put it in a toxic waste container. And we have this stuff in our mouths. Just chewing gum releases mercury vapor. Brushing your teeth releases mercury vapor. It's amazing, folks, and we've been doing it for years, and the ADA still says they're safe. It's got mercury in it. How can it be safe? I get upset over this. And folks, this is why you're stuck. For many of us, this is why you're stuck in poor health. No matter what drug you take, you're not getting better. See, this is the point I'm trying to get across. Many of you, this is your problem. You're not going to get well till we address these issues. But it can also be found in latex paint. Who knew that? I didn't know that. The pigments put in the latex acrylic paint for color, some of them have mercury in it, okay? Broken thermometers, fortunately, it's outlawed now to put mercury in a thermometer, but I'm sure there's still some out there that are being used, you know,
so it's
grandma's
outlawed
closet.
to put it in a thermometer, but it's in-lawed to put it in your mouth.
You got that right. You got it right. Isn't that crazy? What a world we live in.
That makes
You know,
no
what
sense.
a world we live in. Fabric softeners, some of them actually have mercury in it. Is it that important to have a fabric softener? I mean, I just got to ask the questions. You answer them, we present the details. Film developing materials can have mercury, floor waxes and polishes, fungicides. You know, they're toxic to all living things, these heavy metals. Leather tanning products, tattoos. Some cosmetics even still has it in there, okay? Medicines, can you believe it? Some medicines. Vaccines, thimerosal preservative in flu shot has mercury in it. You're getting a dose of mercury with every flu shot. Now, there's something, a new finding that has hit the scientific community that I've not seen addressed in the news, and that is a shame. A study was published in Environmental Health that found high fructose corn syrup contains mercury. Okay?
What?
Scout's honor. This study group took high fructose corn syrup from 3 manufacturers, assayed them. Each one had mercury in it.
So it had to be the processing to create the...
Very good. They use a mercury cell chloralkali chemical process to do this, and it releases some mercury. Now, everything has a baseline of mercury in it, you know. Volcanoes, they spew it out, it gets into the ecosystem. That's normal, natural, at least to some degree. So the finding is that in this high fructose corn syrup, the amount of mercury is above that level. And as much high fructose corn syrup as our kids are drinking today, this is a problem, folks. Now, this is one study. We don't change the course of history on one study, but we have to know what's going on here. Don't you think? Am I being a reactionary? I mean, tell me, because I perceive this as a huge threat to public health that is not being addressed for the sake of money. Okay? Oh, it upsets me.
They say, you know, there's the FDA level that's safe. So,
Yeah.
okay, let's just accept that.
That background level.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
just accept it. The
Okay.
problem is when you have so many products and they all have the FDA
Yeah.
level, you add
Yeah.
them together,
And since,
now you're way
And since
way
our bodies
overloaded.
are extremely inefficient in getting rid of it, it
Right.
accumulates, okay?
Okay.
What mercury does, its great danger is it inactivates selenium. This is another mineral we have, a 2+ cation, right? Hurting, damaging the glutathione production. Glutathione is a major antioxidant. And get this, glutathione is the system that helps to get rid of heavy metals. So when you have mercury poisoning, it damages the very enzyme system that could help you get rid of the mercury. So you're stuck. That is the essence of our dilemma. That requires us to use other methods to help pull it out of our bodies. Now, here's a little fact I found. You learned so much doing this research. An Italian study looked at heart disease patients. They found those with pump dysfunction, the heart wasn't working properly due to coronary artery disease. Very common condition in our country too. These patients had 5 times the acceptable level of mercury, heart disease, and heavy metals. Another study, same study group. Those with idiopathic cardiomyopathy, which means we don't know why the heart muscle is pumping poorly. Idiopathic. Those with idiopathic cardiomyopathy had 22,000 times the level of mercury in their bloodstream. Heavy metals and heart disease, you bet. And it may be causing your condition. Do I have your attention? I hope so. When we return, let's talk about food additives and what plastics and flame retardants are doing to our children. We'll be right back. Different people have different vitamin and mineral needs. That's why Dr. Becker's Bionutrients Multiple Vitamin and Mineral Powders come in 4 different blends.
That's right. When it comes to vitamins, no one formula is right for everyone. For those who don't get enough vegetables in their diet, there's the Organic Green Blend with 3 servings of vegetables in every tablespoon.
And for those looking for a boost of fruit and berry phytonutrients, there's the Berry Blend with 3 servings of fruit in every tablespoon.
And don't forget the Active Adult Blend with extra B vitamins, calcium, and added cofactors like ginkgo and CoQ10.
Plus, we've designed a multiple for those with allergies called the Low Allergy Rice Blend.
Whatever your unique needs are, Bionutrients has a multiple vitamin that's just right for you.
Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health.
Here is our hope for you today. I'm Cindy Becker. Celebrities often appear to be the most beautiful people in the world. They walk the red carpet. Millions watch on television and admire the beautiful clothes. But the Apostle Peter described the true source of beauty this way. It should be of your inner self, the unfading beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is of great worth in God's sight. The Christian theologian St. Augustine wrote, "Since love grows within you, so beauty grows. For love is the beauty of the soul." And English novelist Charles Dickens also described inner beauty. Cheerfulness and contentment are great beautifiers and are famous preservers of youthful looks. So tap into your inner beauty and reflect God's love to everyone around you. I'm Cindy Becker, and this is our hope for you today.
For centuries, the herb astragalus has been a staple of traditional Chinese medicine. It's used to create a strong shield, protecting the immune system.
Astragalus is also used to support healthy heart and lung function.
There's even more. Astragalus helps to calm total body inflammation, a common cause of pain and chronic illness.
All of that without the use of medication.
That's right. Support your health the way nature intended with astragalus root.
Bioinnovations brings you Dr. Becker's Bionutrients Astragalus Root Extract. Bioinnovations is the affordable source that you can trust for all your vitamin and supplement needs. Give us a call at 888-442-2128 or order online at bioinnovations.net and see what astragalus can do for your health. That number once again is 888-442-2128. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings. Call today.
We're back, everyone, talking about detoxing. Just a little reminder, Dr. Laval's book, Cracking the Metabolic Code, has a great section. I think there's like 4 chapters on this heavy metals and what to do about it. Great book to get if you're interested in this topic. Honey, okay, what about our foods?
Oh,
we don't have any of this stuff in our food, do we?
Oh, I'm afraid we do, honey. We do. You know, the food contamination with heavy metals is obviously a concern. But what about the things that we're doing on purpose to our foods? MSG, you know, aspartame, nitrates and nitrites as a preservative in meats, okay? Sulfites, potassium bromate. Honey, have you ever heard of potassium bromate?
I have, but I haven't paid attention to it.
Every time you add a leavening, the baking powders, you know, baking powder is what it would be. It's a leavening agent. It improves and strengthens dough, so it'll hold together, so it can form a bubble,
Right.
and still hold together and not pop open the bubble. See, well, this stuff is banned in most Western countries other than the United States because of its connection to intestinal cancers. We still dump it in. You don't have to do that.
That's why we get the aluminum-free type.
Aluminum-free, yeah, just stay with your basic stuff. That's how you stay healthy and happy. Now, that group, your MSG, aspartame, this type of thing, this is much easier to deal with, okay? Pretty much just avoid the foods, and you're good with that. But you have to know how MSG is labeled. Hydrolyzed protein, spices, flavor additives. They'll call it all kinds of things to hide that MSG. Well, now you know. You don't have to ingest that stuff. Now, the ones we really need to talk about in some detail are the chemical pollutants. And let's start with our plastics. Now, we discussed this BPA, the bisphenol A stuff. This is a component of polycarbonate plastics and epoxy resins. The CDC did a study and found it in 93% of the people studied. 93%, that's essentially everybody. You have to assume everybody has that in their systems, okay? And what this stuff does is it's a hormone disruptor. It causes gender bending. Cindy, did you know over the last 20 years, more girls are born in the United States now than boys? And for as long as doctors have been observing birth rates, boys have always had more numbers, about 3% more in every country ever studied. But now in the United States and Japan, more girls are born than boys. Something's causing this, and it's this bisphenol A and other things we're going to discuss. This is plastic, okay? It's everywhere. Yeah, how do you avoid that stuff? Well, we're going to have to figure out a way, folks. We can certainly stop drinking water from plastic bottles. We can certainly stop using a plastic container in a microwave and getting it hot. So getting it hot releases some of this stuff. We can certainly start avoiding that, okay? Some will need to be obsessive, or you won't get well. Others, it's just, well, I want to keep it out of my life as best I can. For many, that's enough, okay? How about the phthalates? Phthalates are added to plastic to make them soft. Just think of a shower curtain or medical tubing. IV tubing is soft, it's pliable, it can be moved and adjusted, this type of thing. Well, this is also a hormone disruptor and may affect the nervous system as well, okay? We had the story in the news today that puberty, the menarche for girls, their age of first period is steadily getting younger and younger and younger. Just 100 years ago, it was 5 years later than it is today. 5 years. This is not good. This means much longer exposure to intense hormones, which will dramatically increase breast cancer, ovarian cancer, uterine cancer, all the hormone-driven cancers in women as they become older. This is a real problem, folks. If it's strong enough to cause more girls to be born than boys, you bet it can cause cancer. You bet it can, okay? So this is our concern. Now, we also have the perfluorinated manufacturing chemicals. This is the perfluorooctanoic acid. These are your non-stick surfaces. We can say the word, it's Teflon. Teflon surfaces. You know, that's the brand name we're familiar with, right? Okay? We're suspicious that this, based on good evidence, it's gone beyond a suspicion, maybe causing cancer and thyroid disease. Also, are flame retardants. Now, these are well-intended good intentions. You know, the burn rate for children in the hospitals has really dropped since we have flame retardant pajamas and curtains and all these things. And that's a good thing. But the chemical is causing problems with liver and kidney damage as well as brain damage. Certainly we can figure out a different chemical to retard flames that's not toxic to our hormonal systems. And don't forget formaldehyde. That's embalming fluid, the old type of embalming fluid, which is now banned for, we can't even put it in a dead body. The irony of this is just blows me away. We can't use it as an embalming agent, but it's used in virtually every adhesive made. And look around your house. You will find at least 100 applications of adhesives, construction materials, particle board. This off-gas is formaldehyde. Okay? Formaldehyde is highly toxic to us. You add this all together, we have a mess on our hands. Okay? You know, when we're young, we like to think that our lives really makes a difference. And we like to think that we can change the world. And you know, some of us do change the world. But I'm most concerned about your personal world, your body habitus, your families. That's my job, to help you with that. Folks, we have to address these issues. We do not have a choice. It's causing disease, and it's causing a stalling in your progression to wellness. Okay? Well, Cindy, is it shocking?
It is, but
it
it's not
eye-opening?
surprising. I mean, we've talked about this and learned, you know, yeah, it's eye-opening. It just further cements the need that we need to take care of it.
So our topic is timely. It is timely and applicable to everyone. Folks, let's go to our break, but we'll be back in just a moment. Can you lower your risk of disease? The answer is yes. One way is by including fruit in your diet. Fruit contains valuable nutrients that can reduce the risk of heart disease, stroke, and even some cancers.
We've searched the world and found 4 fruits we believe are among the best. Noni from Polynesia, acai from the Amazon, and 2 new ones, goji and mangosteen.
These 4 juices each have amazing properties that make them great additions to your nutritional plan. If you're a diabetic or have chronic pain, these juices will help you feel better and have more energy. Plus, they help with digestion.
Now you can experience the health-promoting benefits of all 4 in one convenient package we call the Fruits of the World 4-pack. And remember, it's 50% off by the case.
Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings. That number's 888-442-2128.
I'm Dr. Becker with Your Health at a Glance. Have you or someone you love recently been diagnosed with cancer? It is projected by the year 2020, some 18 million Americans will be cancer survivors. The main reason for this upward trend is our treatments for cancer are better than ever. Our cancer medicines are much improved, and we know more about how cancer works. In addition, holistic principles of cancer care are becoming standard of care treatment. Plus, research centers are discovering natural substances with true benefits for the cancer patient. This is an age of wonder, as we can incorporate both mainstream medicine and the fields of complementary and anti-aging medicine into your plan to beat cancer. I'm a cancer survivor who's here to tell you that you have more tools than ever in your battle with cancer. For Your Health at a Glance, I'm Dr. Richard Becker.
Are you one of the 62 million Americans suffering from gastrointestinal problems? Do you struggle with other chronic conditions? That's why we offer Dr. Becker's Bionutrient Probiotics.
After years of research, we developed a revolutionary probiotic formula with gastrodefense technology. This system protects the good bacteria from stomach acid so the probiotics reach the intestines where they go to work. Additionally, we use live count technology to prolong the shelf life of the probiotics, so there's no need for refrigeration.
Dr. Becker's Bionutrient Probiotics is a powerful combination and one of the most effective formulas available today. And we offer a children's chewable formula too, both at prices you can afford.
Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings. That number's 888-442-2128.
It's been said that life is not measured by the number of breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breath away. Jesus, while discussing his role as the Good Shepherd, phrased it like this in the Gospel of John: I have come that they may have life and have it to the full. That comes from John 10:10. We can enjoy an abundant life through Christ, a life like that described by President Abraham Lincoln, who said in the end, it's not the years in your life that count, it's the life in your years.
Your Health is brought to you by BioInnovations, trusted products for your health and well-being.
We're back. Let's go to New York and welcome Sharon to the show. Hi, Sharon.
Hello, Sharon.
Hello.
How can we help you, dear? You're on the air.
Hi, how are you, doctor?
Oh, we're doing
Thank
great.
you so much for taking my call.
It's our pleasure.
I'm 61 years old,
Okay.
and about a year and a half ago, I started having nausea in the morning, very weak, loose stool,
Right.
fuzzy head, and I really couldn't get up, and I was really incapacitated.
Okay.
So I went to the doctor, and they did a endoscopy and a colonoscopy, and they checked my blood, my urine, did all the tests, and couldn't find a diagnosis for anything basically that I had. The only thing that showed up was microscopic colitis, which I really didn't understand what that diagnosis
well,
was.
the inflammatory bowel diseases, which ulcerative colitis and colitis is a part of, you may not see much inflammation just by looking at the colon, but when you look under the microscope, you see a lot of evidence of inflammation. So the inflammatory bowel diseases, that whole category of colitis, the different conditions that cause it are very long. And it could be anything from bacteria to autoimmune disease to vitamin D deficiencies can trigger all of this. So what we need to do, the first thing I want to say is think about food allergies and food sensitivities. And sometimes we can do blood tests, sometimes we do elimination diets, but this type of sensitivity to some of your most favorite foods can really be causing your problem. In general, for colitis, we have to take vitamin D. This is a major new finding. If you're not taking vitamin D, you absolutely must be on it, at least 1,000 international units a day. I would like to send you some omega-3s, the medicinal mushrooms and cordyceps mushroom to help act as a natural antibiotic and a calming agent, and probiotics. Take a lot of probiotics. Probiotics are very helpful for this condition. Royal jelly is a soothing, calming balm for colitis. It can be immensely helpful. And since our topic today is heavy metal poisons and toxins, this is the type of thing we don't know why it's colitis. This is exactly how heavy metals can act. It is a possibility. Hair sample is best. Cracked chlorella, alpha lipoic acid, and olive leaf are all chelating agents to help pull that type of thing out. I want to send you Foundations for Healing, plus your supplements. Hang in there. This should get better with that approach.
Good plan.
Well, Cindy, detoxification. It's not are you exposed, it's how much and how big of an effect is it having on your health. It can be profound. And please stay with us because part 2 is coming of our detoxification program. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Did you know lifestyle diseases are a $2 trillion economic burden annually? Benjamin Franklin once said an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Don't wait for a diagnosis, disease, or other ailment to surprise you. Eat an apple, take a walk, give a hug. Take positive preventive steps towards a healthier lifestyle, and you'll experience vitality every day. It's not crazy, just healthy.
President Bob DeAndre and the entire staff of the Christian Television Network joined together to acknowledge the homegoing of Pastor Carl Strader. His legendary ministry based in Central Florida beamed the message of the